So hello everybody, today is going to be a little bit of a different video. We've got a lovely volunteer here. It's actually one of my wonderful clients. Her name's Serena. So welcome Serena, and thank you very much for doing the video. We're basically going to go through the home, and this is a perfect example of what sellers should do to prepare their home properly, whether it's vacant or not, to have it staged so that it looks its very best. Because it does make a big difference on how the buyers feel. So we're gonna get the perspective from the buyers of how she feels once she goes through a home that is well prepared, well staged, and showcases the property for its best potential. So let's go in and have a look. Wow, nice tall ceilings.
Yes, and I really like the accenting when you first walk in. It matches with the theme of the house, the black and white. Looks great.
And so as we move through, it looks like it's set up ideally for a spare bedroom or an office at the front here.
Yeah, I would definitely pick this to be an office, just in the fact that it's a little bit of a smaller room and it has great lighting. So if you were making this into even a home office and working during the day, it would be ideal.
Agreed, agreed. I mean, it could be used as a bedroom because it does have a closet, but
Yes.
I agree with you 100%. This would be an ideal office.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's continue on. Let's have a look at the rest of the home here. Let's see
I
what's
like
next
this
door.
little bench here when you first walk in, and
Yeah.
I like the accenting of the pillows. That goes with the theme.
Yeah, of course, because this is a little bit of a hallway, this is the ideal place to just sit down, put your shoes on, because you've got your closet right next
right there.
door. And then convenient again, as you're coming in from the outside, you have your bathroom. And if you were to use that as a bedroom, well, it's a full bathroom. So that way, at least you can have the convenience of using it as your own bathroom or your bathroom for your guests.
Yeah, and I do like how they decorated in here. It's just the perfect amount. And you can visualize owning this home and seeing what it would look like with your
Yeah,
stuff.
the staging is very nice for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's move on here. So what do you think of this living room area?
Oh, I love it. There is so much lighting, and I love all the pot lights. The way that they've staged it with the pillows, the chairs, and the one love-seater couch. It looks great with the color, with the natural wood, the black, the whites, the grays. It just really top-notch. Looks great.
Very well staged. So you can basically visualize how you would place your furniture, I'm guessing?
Yes, yes.
So very good job on
Yes.
that. And of course, because it's all wide open, and especially the way they have set up the plates over here on this very large island, you can certainly tell that this is a home that you can entertain in and be part of the conversation when you're in the kitchen preparing your meals.
Or even have enough for like a larger family. 'Cause
Right.
There's enough seating here for 6, so it's, yeah, that's great. And then also you have your dining area. It is also staged very well. It's got great lighting in here, and the view is spectacular.
Right? Now that we're in full bloom, you can
Yes.
see all the greenery. It's fantastic.
Yes.
But yeah, the staging is what we're really after here. We really have to emphasize the fact that a home that's well staged makes all the difference in the world, and the buyers feel like they can visualize themselves in it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, yes.
Right, and
definitely.
your own furniture. Because really, if you were not to have any furniture in here whatsoever, similar to the office, you can't really tell. This is actually a fairly large room.
Yes, yeah, it does. It helps you visualize.
Speaking of visualizing and size the rooms, let's continue on. Let's have a look around the corner here. So this is the primary bedroom, and again, how nicely staged. And you can see this is a king-size bed and lots of space still left. Can you visualize your own furniture in here? Like, would it fit? I know you have a king-size bed.
Yeah, I have a king-size bed, so it would definitely fit for sure in here. And then picture on the wall and behind, or some kind of decoration. But
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
still
is
lots
nice
of
to
room.
see. Yeah, you could put a dresser right here, or
Yeah, it's even set up so that if you wanted to, you could set it up for a TV.
yes.
Cables right there. And the beautiful ensuite.
Oh wow! Look at this.
Right? So you've got a little bit of everything here. A huge
I have
vanity.
this mirror for my home.
There you go.
Yeah, for my walk-in closet.
That's perfect.
And it's great for doing makeup, for sure.
Right? So this ensuite has it all. It has a very large his and hers vanity, plus a makeup area,
And
plus a steam
standalone.
shower, plus a standalone
Yes.
tub.
And I love how they also covered the window so that you
Privacy
can't see.
glass.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So that you don't have to do that later.
Exactly.
Because not everybody's talented at putting that stuff on.
Right.
That's for sure.
And this is actually built into the glass.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then look at this. You've got a huge.
Wow, look at this shower. This
And that's a
is
steam
amazing.
shower.
Wow.
Massive.
That is
And then of
very
course, who can ever say that there's enough closet space? What do you think of the closet space in here?
This is a lot of closet space. This definitely would fit.
Lots
my clothes
lots
and
of
my other.
built-ins, which is really nice for a home this size.
And the lighting is great in here too.
Right? Lots of pot lights, LEDs, so it makes a big difference.
Yes.
Perfect. And then one thing
That's for the laundry?
No.
Oh, bathroom. Yeah. Well, toilet.
Closed off toilet area. Which again,
Which is ideal.
this is what buyers are looking for, right?
100%. I've looked at houses where it's part of the bathroom,
Ensuite.
and yeah, it's
Not ideal.
not ideal.
All right, well, let's go have a look at the basement. I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised downstairs. Main floor laundry,
Laundry.
convenient right next to the bedroom.
Oh, this carpet's nice and plush.
Mm-hmm.
And carpet is always ideal on stairs.
Right, and ideal because it's safer, right?
It's way safer.
Way safer.
I have, yes, I've slipped on stairs with a basket of laundry a couple times, and it really hurts your feet and your butt.
And you're planning on having your mom maybe come to
Oh
stay?
yes, yes.
So again,
Mother-in-law, she's going to be down in the basement. We don't want her going down slippery stairs, that's for sure.
pets, kids.
Yes, and kids.
And you have
too.
both?
Yes, yes.
So safer for all. So again, one thing we want to emphasize here is that when you're doing your renovations or possibly building, you do want to consider putting your carpet on your stairs because of all these reasons. And I keep on saying this to all of my seller clients, but now you're hearing it firsthand from a buyer who takes all these things into consideration. Even though everybody would prefer to keep everything low maintenance as far as easy cleaning, but ideally stairs you want to have carpeted.
Yeah.
So moving onwards, what do you think of this family room area in the basement over here?
It's very spacious, and I really could visualize being down here and enjoying the space with the light and the view and
Furniture placement?
a furniture placement. It's perfect, I think, for the TV here, and I could definitely see being cozy and.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that because obviously the way it's staged gives you that feeling of cozy because this is a very large room. You can easily choose to put your own furniture up against the walls, but then
Yes.
it's not going to be as cozy, is it?
That's true. Yes.
So even though you have the space, sometimes it's nice to have the furniture closer in.
Yeah. I agree.
So in this home, in particular, this happens to be a walkout basement bungalow. So we've got a lot of natural light. So you want to emphasize that. Definitely do not block the windows, whatever you do when you're doing your furniture placement. I mean, ideally, with all the times that we've been out looking at homes, obviously you like to be able to go straight to the windows and have a look at the view, right?
And also, if you have blinds, make sure that they're always open. Because that's one thing I always think, either the blinds are broken or that there's something you don't want me to see.
Right.
So it's much better to, and also the lighting, it's much better to see what the lighting's going to look like in the home that you want to purchase.
Natural light. Good points. Glad to hear it. Again, you're hearing it from the buyer's perspective. So let's continue on. Let's explore the rest of this basement. So here we go. We have basically, this room is broken up into two separate rooms. We've got the family room area here, and then over here you can have maybe entertainment area. Maybe you want to set up a pool table or
like
a ping pong table, games room, poker table, whatever the case may be. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you just want to have a kids playroom. Again, I'm guessing that you would probably feel like it was more of a guided room if it was already staged for you, right?
Yes.
Instead of you having to think, what am I going to do with this space?
What am I going to do? Yes.
Right.
So I agree. So staging, if you are going to kind of put a purpose to each room, it helps the potential buyer from having to guess what they're going to do.
Right.
So yeah, power of suggestion, I guess.
Exactly, exactly. And again, it also gives you a better sense of the space and how you can utilize it, right? Okay, let's move on. And then we still have a full bathroom down here. And then you can see there's a couple more rooms down here. So a nice big bedroom, but of course there is no staging, no furnitures in here. So you can't really tell just how large of a bed you can put in here.
Yes.
I know from experience you can probably squeeze in a king size bed, but ideally you'd want to set up a queen size bed in here, maybe a couple of nightstands and a dresser, just to showcase just how much space there is in here.
Yeah, and to not make it look too crowded.
Exactly. Right? Speaking of which, we're going from an empty room to one that is staged. So let's see what you think about that.
Okay. Oh, and this bathroom is not staged.
No.
Either. So this would be nice even if they put a couple hand towels and a little bit of decoration in there like they did upstairs. That would be nice. Especially because it's a finished basement.
Right.
So, oh wow, look at that.
Another ensuite.
So now you have another bathroom that isn't staged at all either. And it just doesn't look as glamorous without having a little bit of accenting on there. But it's still quite
very nice, right?
Yes, it is a very nice bathroom.
And you have your own walk-in closet.
This is nice. Walk-in closet, nice and spacious.
So the basement guests or kids or mother-in-law have it made down here. And again, in this case, the room is staged with a queen-size bed and a couple of nightstands and even a chair. How do you feel about the space utilization in this room?
It looks quite large because you have all of this furniture in here. Plus you also have like a chair in the corner and two nightstands. This looks like a very substantial room, which is nice.
So they chose the right size furniture.
It's a perfect furniture for in here for staging.
Again, we're emphasizing the right furniture size for the room. So this room can easily accommodate a king size bed, but it would look cramped in here. So for the purpose of staging, you want to showcase how much space there is in a room. So you want to make it so that the furniture is a little bit smaller. So in a much smaller room, you'd want to even put in a single bed instead of a queen or a double, just to showcase just how much room there is, right?
So one thing that I'll mention is that I've viewed quite a few homes with Rob. So some of the things that I would give as pointers is to make sure that your closet is tidy and that you don't have a lot of personal items around. So say photos of you and somebody else, or just that you're depersonalizing things a little bit, just so that the people who are potentially buying your house can visualize themselves there versus, you know.
We've seen a lot of homes, and what does it do from your perspective when we have a home that has a lot of personal items such as photos, trophies, certificates of accomplishments, diplomas, all displayed all over the house?
Well, I think it makes it personalizes the home. So now you feel like you're intruding in somebody else's space.
Right, instead of visualizing yourself.
Exactly,
there, right?
yeah.
Good point.
And then I have a tendency of, you know, mind wandering and imagining things and all that kind of stuff, so. Yeah.
And you're naturally curious, so you end up walking over, trying to see, oh, do you know those people? So it's distracting from the actual process of you trying to visualize yourself being in the home.
Exactly.
Right, so good pointers. Now let's go back upstairs and have a quick look again. Actually, you know what? We're still not even done down here. There's another room I want you to see yet. One more room down at the end of the hall.
So this is for a fridge, full-size fridge.
Okay.
What's in here?
This is just a utility room.
Oh, okay.
Nice, neat, and tidy.
Yeah, it's nice and neat and tidy, that's for sure.
But down here, we've got closet space galore, lots of storage, and great use of space in here. So this is another full-size room because we've got a big footprint. They chose to make this into a gym, obviously.
Right.
But unfortunately, no gym equipment.
Yeah.
So even though it's obvious it's a gym or they want to use it as a gym because of the mirrors and the type of flooring, it's still, correct me if I'm wrong, wouldn't it be nice to have some gym equipment in here to really showcase the space you have in this room?
Yes, I agree.
And you actually are a personal trainer.
Yeah, personal trainer, nutritionist. So I definitely, it would be a selling point for me, seeing a room like this already ready to go.
Now I'm going to make a quick point out mention here. I don't know if the camera captured it, but as you walked into this room, you lit up. Oh, literally, you have a smile on your face because this is right up your alley. Yes. But again, wouldn't it be that much better if it actually had some gym equipment?
Yes, I agree. I agree. With staging, I would definitely, putting purpose to each room would definitely.
Makes a big difference. Yeah. Right. Perfect. Well, let's go upstairs and finish off the tour. Okay. Okay, so this pretty much concludes our tour of this home. And I know we've seen a lot of homes and we're trying to just really emphasize to our viewers, our potential sellers, how they should prepare their home in order to have a happy buyer at the end of it, one that's actually interested in the home. So in summary, compared to some other homes that we've seen actually in this price range and in this category, how do you feel about the way this one is staged, both in what you see is here and what isn't?
I would say that I found the wow factor when you first walk in, of it being staged and staged well, is something that will help sell your home for sure. I find that when I have looked at houses that have a lot of clutter when you're first walking in, or if they're untidy, unkept, it turns you off right away as soon as you walk into this home. And so this one, it's very clean, it's very well lit, it's well decorated, and it helps you visualize being there yourself and moving in and being able to utilize the space in the same way or something similar.
Good points. Because what happens is, in this case, this happens to be a brand new construction home. So of course, a lot of builders may choose just to put it for sale without staging it. It just doesn't give you the same feeling when you walk in, right?
And also in photos. The other thing is that when I'm looking at listings, and say it's this home, and it had nothing on the walls, no furniture in here, it would look very white and there is nothing to it. It's almost like you can't even visualize what it would look like in person because it's just a clean slate. It has nothing.
So very important point there, that most people are visualizing themselves or trying to visualize themselves. Most people actually can't even really see how big of an area they have to work with when there is nothing else there to reference inside the room as far as furniture goes. So it is very, very important. Same thing to note if you're moving out and you've already, say, found another home and you're just putting your home for sale now after you've moved out. Also, still very important, utilize a staging company, have your home staged properly, and do a good job. Stage at least the main rooms, if not all the rooms ideally, to give people that sense of size for each room, right?
Yeah.
And then you mentioned earlier that when we're seeing properties that are occupied, it doesn't matter, correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't really care whether people are living there, they have kids or not, as long as it's clean and tidy.
Yes.
And no personal effects, no personal photos, not a whole bunch of clutter all over their closets.
Right, yeah, it's true.
Now, one thing that I've mentioned before, when we were looking through your personal home, getting it ready for sale, that I was impressed with how you've already had it staged just for the way you live. But when you're living in the home, you're making the best use of that space. But when you're putting it for sale, it's time to pack up and get your stuff out of there anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're looking at your closets, the ideal thing is you want to have nothing on the floor, and you want to make it so that the closet looks like it's got a ton of space in it. So whatever you have in there, take about 50% of it out, pack it up, you're moving anyways.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, don't you think that, especially we've looked at quite a few homes that have smaller closets, and when a closet is packed to the brim, what does it make you feel like?
Well, is there going to be enough room for my stuff?
Right.
Yeah. And then also too, if you have too many pieces of furniture is the other thing. So
Makes
if
the room
you're
look small.
using it for your family and you need that much, when you're staging it, if you have another house that you're moving, to, then move 1 or 2 pieces of furniture so you're left with more of giving a spacious feeling to a room by minimizing the amount of furniture that's in there.
Absolutely. I always recommend, even if you don't have a home to move your belongings to, and you're just waiting for your home to sell before you make that next purchase, we have storage units all over the place. Utilize that to its fullest potential. Get rid of everything out of the home that's not absolutely essential. Take the advice of a professional stager, and make your space look as big as possible. So on that note, I want to thank you very much. Thank you so much for all your time, Serena. I appreciate your input. You've been very, very insightful. I hope that the sellers that are viewing this and the buyers to have some good value from this video. I know it's very important from a buyer's perspective to know how they feel when they're walking through a well-prepared home compared to one that's not.
Oh, one other note I wanted to make was when you're coming up to a home and the outside is not well kept and you have things that are kind of falling off the front of your home and that sort of thing, that makes me think, well, if they're not taking care of the outside, they're not going to be taking care of what's in behind the walls inside. So that's
Good
one thing
point.
to make a...
Good point. You only get one chance at a first impression, everybody. So make it a good one right from the street all the way through. You only have that one chance to capture the buyer's attention. So you want to make sure it's positive. And on that note, I just wanted to thank you again for taking the time to be on the video. And thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to give us a call. All of our information is down below.